Welcome to Bogota, capital of Colombia. And behind me is their version of the Houses of Parliament. It's a very nice building. I had a tour actually of Colombia, a free city tour. It was very nice. So behind the Houses of Parliament is the President's house. And on Friday I have an appointment to tour his house. I can't wait. The only problem is the tour's in Spanish. But it's better than nothing. I get to go inside the President's house, so that would be lovely. This is the main plaza in Bogota. It's called Plaza Boulevard. It's surrounded by lots of important buildings, and you can see llamas. If you're short and lightweight, aka a child, you can ride llamas. There's also lots of pigeons, too many in my opinion. They blanket the whole plaza. I think they need to introduce some hawks. I know it's harsh, but it's true. And there's some nice churches around the edges as well. Oh, also there's lots of graffiti, political graffiti. And I read some comments online, some people saying, oh, they need to clean the graffiti off, they need to clean the paint splatters. I disagree. I think they should keep it there. It shows that people in Colombia are politically active, and that's a good thing. They're standing up for what they believe in. And that's excellent, so I think they should keep the graffiti. On the topic of graffiti, graffiti is actually legal in Colombia as long as you've got the building owner's permission. So I also have done a graffiti tour in Bogota, and that was brilliant. I learned lots about graffiti and also just about the political situation in Colombia, which is interesting. So I've been in Bogota for a week. As well as doing those two tours, I've visited a handful of museums. My favourite being Musée de Nacional, it's a national museum. Excellent exhibitions on the history of Colombia currently and also in the past, in the world of art and culture, but also politically, like its independence and things. But the best thing about that museum, over the weekend it had lots of free music events. So I saw some traditional Colombian music, some jazz music. I saw some choirs, which reminded me of Vision, which was really nice. And what else? There was one other performance, opera, German opera. That was really good as well. As well as museums and tours, there's also been a few free events in plazas, political events actually. The first one, I don't know what the topic was, but it was great. There was lots of speeches and there was free graffiti demonstrations, and just you get to watch graffiti artists. So that was good. There was also one yesterday. The city, as of yesterday, declared it was all about equality and no discrimination against anyone in the LGBT community. So that had some singers, and that was a really good event. What else? There's a mountain in Bogota. You see it a lot actually in their posters and anything they do. It's just over there. It's got a monastery on the top, and it's called Montserrat. And I climbed it with a friend. It took us 50 minutes. And then at the top of the hill, the top of the mountain, it's in between a hill and a mountain. I guess you'd call it a mountain. At the top of the mountain, I met my friend's friend, and he climbs it twice a week for exercise. And he said he can do it in 30 minutes. So I was like, right, I'm going back. I'm going to try and do it in 30 minutes. So I climbed the thing in 36 minutes. 2 of those minutes were a break when I thought I was going to have a heart attack. Seriously, it is hard work, I'm not lying. Absolutely exhausting. It's even to get to the gate at the start of the path is up a hill. Like, the whole thing is hard work. I almost climbed it for a third time, but I turned around. I couldn't hack it. That's how difficult it is. Well, it's not that difficult, but I was just being a bit lazy. So they're the main things. My first impressions of Bogota, I'll be honest, weren't great. It lives up to its name basically. The first 3 letters at least, B-O-G, bog. It stinks to high heaven, and it stinks. It's unfortunate, but basically there's a huge homeless population in Bogota. And obviously they don't have access to toilets, so they go to the bathroom on the street, which just means the place stinks. And also there's a lot of pollution from the traffic. I don't think they have the same rules as we do in England about gas emissions, and you just see black smoke constantly exiting all these buses. Honest to God, I'm almost investing in a mask, and you do see a lot of people in Bogota wear masks. It's really heavily polluted. I think that's it, really. I'm enjoying Bogota because it's the capital city, has a lot going on. The weather, though, the weather's terrible. It's cold. I have a jumper on permanently, and I could easily wear 2 jumpers, and I've seen people in the hostel wear blankets. It's cold. It's England cold. Couldn't care less about when it rains. When it rains, it's light. It doesn't matter. But the cold is awful. In the evening, it's too cold to go anywhere unless you have a coat and a jumper. I might sound spoiled. Oh, I have to wear a jumper. But I'm used to being too hot in a t-shirt up north in Colombia. So Bogota, it's wearing me down. One last thing. I had a really good, accidental, awesome afternoon just now. So I was walking home, and I was walking through this plaza, and I heard all this noise, and I remembered it was the changing of the guards at 4 p.m. Now, I rocked up at 4:20, thinking, wow, I can't believe they're still going on, but they were just finishing, and it was amazing. There was probably, I'd say, 200 people in the changing of the guards. I thought it'd be literally a few guards on the door swapping over at 4 p.m, change a shift. No, it's a whole production. Yeah, like I said, about 200 soldiers in different uniforms. Some of them with guns doing, gun twirling. Some of them with drums and, in a marching band. That was lovely. And the tambourine, no, not the tambourine, cymbals. The cymbal people were flipping the cymbals all over the place. It looks like the coolest instrument ever. So yeah, that's about it really. I like Bogota. Hopefully Bogota likes me. Bogota's nice, it's good. I'll probably stay a few more days, at least till I've visited the president's house. And then I'll head more south. I've been in Colombia 2 months. My plan was only 1 month, but Colombia's so big and there's so much to do. So yeah, that's it. Adios amigos.